Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
Good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining us on the Morning Woodward Show here on the Woodward Sports Network. Also featured on The Roar on 99.1, 93.5, and 94.7 HD2. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning,
Happy
man.
Hump Day.
Today is Hump Day. That's
Today's
right.
Hump
See,
Day,
I'll even acknowledge
absolutely.
it. Yes. We're making progress on the world.
You know what? Everybody's enthused here, singing "Sweet Home Alabama" and all kinds of stuff.
Sweet Home Alabama.
I heard that song. I know it.
Oh, man, that's a great song. That's our pre-show song that we sing right before we get on. So,
And during all the breaks.
And during all the breaks. All right, let's get the show started. The only way you can get it started here in Detroit is when the Tigers play a good game of baseball, and they have a damn good outing from Tarik Skubal. Not only the best pitcher on the team, not only their ace Terry, but one of the best pitchers in baseball, if not top three, over his last 6 starts. Now 4-1 actually.
Yeah, right. I think now I have figured out my Tiger viewing. Watch them once every 5 days.
That's I was just gonna say, if you want to watch a good Tigers game, just watch them every time Tarik Skubal's on the mound.
Yes.
Phenomenal performance. I believe 9 strikeouts last night. Again, pitching was really good.
You know
Bullpen
what status
came
he's
in.
going to reach?
What is it?
At some point, he's going to reach a status where you're trying to decide to go to a Tiger game, and then you're going to look, no Skubal, so I'm not going. That was the way it was with Justin Verlander. And
prior to the
if he's
2011-12
pitching,
team.
There's going to be more people. Skubal's going to reach that point at some point. But I think people have to discover that he's actually doing a hell of a job. And I don't think enough people realize that yet.
I don't think they understand just how good he's been.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to give a lot of credit to this guy, Chris Castellani, told me not even prior to the season, almost months and months and months and months prior, Terry, told me it was look out for Tarik Skubal, not Casey Mize, to be the ace of the team.
Right.
Skubal was younger. Quote, he had nastier stuff. And, Casey Mize's expectations, number 1 overall pick, et cetera, et cetera. And he was damn right. And I'm very happy he was.
I'm glad you got the inside scoop.
Tarik Skubal's been unbelievable. I mean, you just look at him this year. 5-2 on the year, 2.33 ERA in 11 games that he's pitched. 7 of them he's gotten a decision on. 65 innings pitched. He struck out 70 batters. He's averaging just over 9 strikeouts every 9 innings.
I know. If he played for a real team, he might be 7-0 or 8-0 or 8-1
Hell, he
or
might be.
something
He
like
might
that.
be 9. I'd say 9-2 in his 11 starts. I think he'd get a decision if he had a team that could just support him with the bats. But to the Tigers' credit, 4 runs last night when he exited, and then of course an awful outfield play from the Pirates allowed the Tigers to score a 5th run. And to be fair, their bullpen has been good. Their bullpen's been good, and they closed out another game last night, and it's a good feeling.
Man, I don't know what the percentage of games is, but I've noticed when the Tigers score a bunch of runs, the other team just made horrendous mistakes that you expect in Little League. So even though the Tigers got, 5 runs, and I know a few weeks ago they got 6, they needed help.
Yeah, a lot.
A lot of help along the way, so...
I'm noticing a trend with Spencer Torkelson. Either he's on his game and he'll get a hit, 2-3 hits, or he'll show up to the park and just not hit a damn thing. And it's weird because all of his at-bats, Terry, are pretty damn good. They're what you want from not only just a young major leaguer, from even some of your vets. You want them seeing pitches, making the guy work for it. You're down 0-2, work a walk. That's what he did in his 4th at-bat last night. 1 for 3, a walk, a freaking missile double. Could have been a home run. Spencer Torkelson, as bad as his average is, of all the players on the team that are batting like dog shit, he's the one I have the most confidence in.
I think we are unfairly focusing on him too much. And the reason is, one, yeah, he's a high draft pick, but to me, the major reason is because this team is so awful that, I mean, you got to pick somebody out. I mean, Baez chasing pitches, and then the other guys are below 200.
Teams have figured out how to pitch to Baez. He loves the first pitch, and give him something low and away or completely in the dirt, or throw at his head. He'll still swing at it. This guy is extremely undisciplined right now. He's got to get his head out of his ass because he was paid a lot of money to play here, a lot of money to play shortstop, and be one of the top 3 batters on this baseball team. And he's nowhere near that.
Here's a quiet little secret. Although he makes tremendous defensive plays in the infield, he also makes some boneheaded plays where he just doesn't react to a ball, or he has like brain farts.
No, he's very nonchalant. He's batting .205 on the season. It's, again, only 15 RBIs. It's a disaster. It just is. The signings haven't worked out, but again, the pitching has been a bright spot this year. The bullpen's been very good. Alex Lang has been a nice story. He's got some wicked stuff. So, again, the Tigers winning last night, does that mean I don't want Al Avila gone? No, I want him gone every day, and I will tell you Al Avila should be gone, and that's not even a question. But it was nice to see Tarik Skubal go out there, and like you said, every 5 days or every 5 games, just turn on the TV. You'll enjoy yourself some Tigers baseball.
Or maybe we should go to the ballpark when he pitches.
You know what? Damn right. That might be the day I show up in an Al Avila costume. Who knows?
That's right. We got to get you in that costume.
It's going to happen soon. We're looking for one. All right, let's switch over a little bit. Lightning win last night. By the way, shout out to D-Mac for calling it. D-Mac called Kucherov to score, the Lightning to win, and Vasilevsky to have a shutout. The Rangers scored with 2.5 minutes left. And to bring you into my world of frustration, I bet on all 3 at the same time into a parlay. This close.
Now, what did you bet, and what would you have
I
won?
only bet $40. It would have paid out like $4.97, something like that.
A nice payday.
Would have been nice. I would have bought everyone lunch today. I don't know.
You can buy me lunch anyways.
All right, fine. Lunch on me today.
Yeah, I'm
Maddie.
still waiting for that shawarma dinner or whatever it's
That's
gonna
right.
be.
We have not done a Mediterranean. I am an asshole of a host.
Well, it's going to go about as well as it did when you were supposed to bring Jeff's trophy in for 2 months.
You know what? Ungrateful people work here. You know that?
Well, that's true.
Did he get the trophy or not?
Yeah,
got
you
the
did.
trophy after the 2027 season ended.
Now, I know you were dogging fake Mediterranean restaurants.
Yep.
Have you eaten at Anita's?
I haven't.
Okay.
Are they real
I
Mediterranean?
haven't even heard of it.
Well,
Anita's Kitchen
yeah.
in,
There's
where
one-
is it, Ferndale? Is there
Yes,
one?
from Ferndale. It's right on Woodward. I've eaten there a couple times. I like the food, but I don't know if that's real Mediterranean or not.
You want to know where the best Mediterranean food is in the world, in
Tell
my
us.
opinion?
Your mom's
It's
house.
not in the Middle East. When I was visiting Stockholm, Sweden, in the middle of the night, I was hungry. I was with a bunch of coworkers, and we just went out. And you know, it's very every street is connected. Europe is a whole different build. But the point is, some little shop, no bigger than probably that meeting room, a weird entrance that took you to a dungeon of a basement, had some of the best food I ever had, ever. And I was living in Lebanon at the time when I was working
I
overseas.
bet you do not know the name of it.
I do not. Oh, I think it was something Mom's Kitchen or something.
Okay.
Something along
So
those
I was
lines.
close, and I said your mom's house.
Oh, that too.
Yeah, maybe it was. It's like I tell people when they go to Italy, you have to have Chinese food.
I
It
bet.
is delicious, crazy delicious. And so I was asking, why is the Chinese food here so good? And somebody said, well, a bunch of they have Chinese expats. They moved to Italy, and they said, hey, let's
I'm one of a kind here.
let's
Speaking of
open
one
up
of a-
Chinese.
Speaking of one of a kind people, it takes a unique individual to be a real punk bitch on social media. Terry, we have epidemic. There's a lot of sensitive, can't take a joke, pussy ass bitches on social media.
Yeah. Well,
Sorry.
The only way that I will defend
There's no other
them-
way I can describe it.
It's hard to convey humor on Twitter. or
Well, my
social
favorite part
media.
was that they screenshotted my tweet of my selfie
Terry, they were upset that I gave Maddie a hard time about one of her selfies. They're
Yeah.
like, oh my God.
They're like, he
How
commented on
dare
there
he
for
comment?
no reason, just to make her feel bad. And I was like, I definitely don't feel bad.
Yeah, but if you work with somebody and you work with them long enough, you're supposed to take love taps. I mean, you're supposed to dog
You're
them
supposed
and
to
have
take it on
fun
the
with them.
chin.
Right. Take it on. That's part of the business.
Well, let me ask you this, Terry. Do you think Adam is mean to his coworkers?
No, not at all. I think
Exactly.
I
So all
think-
you guys can shut the fuck
I
up.
think now and then he's abrasive with fish, but I don't think he's really pissed. He's just trying to make Fish a man.
There's no other way I can
like
describe
that.
it.
So he
Sorry.
dogs him.
PAB. You can figure out the rest. Terry, I don't know how you've dealt with this all your career. It's funny as hell, though. I'm not going to lie, I kind of enjoy it.
It is, but it's annoying from the standpoint. I think people feel that, you know, from their basement or their mom's living room, where they are, that they can just
Say whatever
take,
they want.
yeah, right, take shots. But here's the thing. Here's what pisses me off. I don't mess with people on social media unless they mess with me.
Ah, okay.
Somebody will call me a name, then I'm like, oh, really? So then I fire back, and then, oh, you can't do that. I'm like, well, why not? You
It
just-
literally happened yesterday. This literally was exactly how yesterday
he
played
was
out.
targeting like 40 people.
Some fat guy on Twitter couldn't take a joke, and I didn't want to call him fat on Twitter, but whatever.
You just
he's
call
fat.
him fat here. What if he's
Call
watching
it
the
like you
show?
see it. Anyways, the point is, long story short, these people, I like to think that I do a good job of handling my social media, and what I mean by that is, I usually don't respond to quote unquote trolls, but real people like who have real accounts, not those fake accounts. If they talk shit, I'm clapping right back. You're not getting away with it. You're not gonna say some dumb shit and get away with it. I'm not gonna let you. This world has too many stupid people. Somebody has to stand up to them.
That's
my
true.
thought.
Because then, if you don't stand up to them, they think, oh, well, I can do this all the time. So then they run roughshod, not only over you, but over other people.
Yeah, I've called a lot of people bitches over my Twitter days, so you know. Sucks
Call a
to suck.
spade a spade.
Yeah, very common theme with Adam.
Listen, kid, don't be a PAB on Twitter. That's all I gotta say.
See, I don't call them bitches. I call them sperms.
Why is that, Terry?
Well,
I have no idea. It's just something. I know it's got to be annoying to them, and they can never figure out, why do you call me a sperm? Because I just felt like it. Because you
There
annoyed
you go.
me.
Sounds like a plan.
Right. You're a
Fair
little
enough.
mini fish.
Fair enough. Well, look, when we get back, we do need to discuss Lamar Jackson. Terry, this is a super interesting conversation. A little different than Matthew Stafford's first contract when he was a Detroit Lion, but if you're the Detroit Lions and Lamar Jackson's your quarterback, the question this morning is, do you pay up? I'm really not sure where you stand on this. So when we get back, I'm really curious because I think we're either really going to disagree or we're going to agree and everything's going to be just fine. But
Isn't that the way things go? You either agree or disagree.
one of the two. But before we go, Maddie, could you tell everybody at home about our good friends over at Cintron?
Yes, I can. The summer of Cintron is here, and now you can pick it up at your local Kroger. They even have a deal going on right now, too, for just $4. That's an absolute steal. Head on over to your local Kroger. Cintron is the new energy drink for the active lifestyle. Drink it, live it with Cintron.
Hi, I'm Kay Cunningham. I'm proud to partner with Hall Financial, the mortgage company known for 5-star service. Don't just take my word for it. Check out their 5,000 5-star reviews for yourself. Go to callhallfirst.com and get started with your 5-star experience today.
New to the game or a season better? OddsTrader.com has everything you need to make the right bet ahead of kickoff. Begin your handicapping journey with OddsTrader. Improve your edge by finding the best price on every game from sportsbooks in your backyard. Take advantage of the numerous sign-up bonus offers to pad your bankroll. Dive into key game statistics, player performance, and even account for the projected game day weather. Best of all, you can use the OddsTrader bet tracker to keep a log of your action. Welcome to OddsTrader, and best of luck.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
Bedrock Detroit open all summer long. Memorial Day to Labor Day. There will be basketball, roller skating, mini golf, art installations, live music, food, Trucks, free Wi-Fi. It's free to enter. Monroe Street, Midway. Each week, there's family programming, live DJs. Guys, this is an absolute blast, and it's all brought to you by Bedrock Detroit. Summer's better at the Monroe Street Midway. I'm excited for the summer. I really am. Terry, I love the winter. Don't get me wrong. I think that's like just part of being a Michigan man.
Sure.
I do enjoy the winter time, but damn it, summer feels good.
Yeah, and it
I
feels
can't
like
wait.
we don't get as much summer as we used to.
Absolutely not. So maybe we're more appreciative of it.
Right.
Those assholes out in San Francisco, they get summer every day. You
Well,
know?
actually, they don't.
Technically they don't, but it actually gets really cold out in San Francisco.
It does.
Like like awfully really cold.
All right, and here's the other thing, is you can be in one neighborhood and it's cold, then you drive somewhere else and it's like 20, 25 degrees warmer.
Yep.
It's really crazy. But
Yeah.
I remember and one of the keys out there, it's really cold at night and then it could be warm during the day, and that's why their grapes grow well. That's why they have the wine country out there. It's perfect weather for that. One time I went to the wine country, and I can't sleep when it's hot. So we stayed at a bed and breakfast, and we checked in, and we went to our room on the second floor, and I said, I can't stay here. It's like 90 degrees. There's no way I can sleep here. And so I went downstairs. I said, y'all don't have air conditioning? And the lady said, oh, honey, you're not going to need air conditioning. I said, it's hot as hell up there. There's no way I can sleep.
She said, wait till tonight.
Wait till
She
tonight.
said, come and go have dinner, come back, and you'll see. Man, when we came back, man, the curtains are flopping around. It had to be like 45 degrees.
Yeah, the worst thing, the one thing I did not like about driving or living in San Francisco was the bridge at night was terrifying. Fog would build up from the water. You couldn't see literally 1 feet ahead of you. It was a pain in the ass, and it was always cold at night, like really cold. But
The scariest thing in San Francisco is driving up and down those.
oh yeah.
I mean,
Those
one
roads drive
time
me crazy.
I went up on the street. All I could see was blue sky and my hood of the rental car. That was scary.
Yeah, that's a whole.
Try
different-
driving a stick there.
I'll pass. Terry, Lamar Jackson, a no-show for the Ravens.
Yes.
Question of the day is, do you pay him, or are you going to play hardball with Lamar Jackson if he was the quarterback of the Detroit Lions?
Well, if he was,
And what would you advise the Ravens to do?
Well, my advice to them is, I see so many disparate, just wild differences in how much he wants. I've seen 23 to 25 million, which I would pay him, but I also saw 43 million, which I would not pay him. So I think if you're the Ravens, and I think the Ravens are shaky on Lamar Jackson. They're not sure if they want him. Maybe one day they do, and another one they don't, or they don't know what the direction is. But if you have an offense that's set up to run the football, and you have a strong offensive line, I keep him.
You want to know the truth? I'm not a big Lamar Jackson guy. I'm not. I'm just
I
not.
understand that.
I don't like how he's progressed as a passer, even though, in my opinion, he doesn't get enough credit for his accuracy. I think he's actually pretty solid. But the point is, Terry, in the last 20 years, take a guess. In the average NFL draft, in the last 20 years, how many quarterbacks come out per draft that are quote-unquote absolute hits?
0. They come out.
They come out of the draft that work out. How many
Per
quarterbacks
year
work out
or
a year?
in
Yeah.
total?
How many quarterbacks work out a year for the last 20 years? What do you think the number
For
is?
the first year, probably 1. 1 per draft.
1 per draft over their entire careers over the last 20 years. 1 quarterback.
I would say 3.
There is the data since the year 2002. 1 quarterback comes out every single draft class. Do you guys understand what that means? That works. Do you know what that means? That means it's hard to find a quarterback.
Correct.
So even if I don't like Lamar, or not like, if I don't love Lamar Jackson, and my complaint or my knock on him is, well, I don't think you can win in the playoffs with him. Big long-term Super Bowl, AFC Championship. All right, what's my secondary option right now? Same with Dak Prescott. Even though I don't like Dak's money, I thought Dak's was too much at the time. Lamar's going to get $40 million. He's an MVP. He's a game changer. But if I'm the Ravens, the Lions, doesn't matter who, I have him in the building, I'm paying him. I'm going to pay him, and we're going to build around him. Because it's going to take me a lot longer to try and find a quarterback, because only one comes out every single year that's actually good enough. And we're the Baltimore Ravens. If I let go of Lamar Jackson right now, all right, cool. We're probably a 5-12, 6-11 football team. Maybe even 7 wins because of our coaching staff. Who knows? But 1, the Ravens would never let Lamar go. 2, not unless it was a trade. This is a guy that's going to be there. They're going to figure out the contract. They're going to give him $40 million plus. There's 8 or 9 NFL quarterbacks that are making that kind of money right now.
But you know what the big tease is every year?
What is it?
That 4 or 5 of these quarterbacks in the first round are going to work out. And then in reality, only one does.
Well, who says that every year? Fans?
Yeah, and then
media
draft
outlets,
experts, right?
These draft experts, and then you look at GMs, and GMs. Why do you think teams don't trade up as often? Right? You saw the draft with Mahomes and Watson. They didn't have to trade up. Well, technically Kansas City did, but you look at the situation and you say, well, nobody was talking about Mitch Trubisky that way. They weren't even talking about Mahomes and Watson that way. They were talking about, fundamental throwing issues, accuracy issues, but good character. Like, it's unbelievable to me. Drafting a quarterback is very hard. The Ravens were fortunate to draft Lamar Jackson where they did. His contract's been very friendly. They should pay him and move on and build a team around him. He's proven you can win in the NFL with him. If your problem is you're winning in the wild card round, you're winning in the divisional round, or you're just losing in the divisional round, not the worst problem to have in the world.
All right, Buttercup.
All right.
Since that's the new name in the Lions now, I want to present something to you.
All right.
You've just said it is very difficult to identify a quarterback out of the draft.
Yep.
1 a year. Now, at some point in the next year or two, the Detroit Lions need to secure their quarterback. Jared Goff is not it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of leaning toward the Lions looking at a veteran who's already in the league.
That's established.
Who's young. You may not be able to get him on their rookie quarterback because nobody wants to give that guy up.
Yep.
So I'm kind of thinking that might be the way to go.
If it's available, sure. Who would have thought Russell Wilson would have been available, right?
Right.
So things could happen. I think when the time comes, again, they're going to have to draft a quarterback, Terry. And, the good thing about drafting a quarterback in the first round is you could draft 5 of them over a 5-year span in the first round. And if one of them one of them hit, you are set for the next decade.
Mm-hmm.
Vice versa. If they all miss, well, you've missed on first-round picks, but your salary cap hasn't gone to hell yet because they're rookie contracts. And all of those contracts total don't amount to what the top quarterbacks in the NFL are even making. So it's definitely worth the risk to take a quarterback or take a chance on him. That's why teams do it. They trade up for Trey Lance. They take a Zach Wilson at 2, Trevor Lawrence at 1, Mac Jones middle of the first round. You do it because if you nail that pick, like the Lions nailed Matthew Stafford, you get a decade or more of success. And not only success, stability, more so than success, because success is really a team derivative. It's also from front office, coaching. It's a multitude of factors. But the point is, if I'm Baltimore, I'm not going to be picking number 1 overall next year. Lamar's going to play this year. What are we doing? Why are we wasting our time? He's proven he can win the division. He's proven he can win us 13 games in a regular season. We haven't done a good job getting wide receivers around him. How about we beef up the offensive line, get the running backs healthy, and play our style of football this year and go from there. And then we'll address the wide receiver position in the future, and we don't have to worry about who's lining up behind center. Because I promise you, nobody in Detroit was happy when it was Jeff Garcia, John Kitna, Dan Orlovsky. Nobody was happy about that. Nobody's happy about Jared Goff right
or
now.
Joey Hamilton.
Or Joey Harrington.
Right.
No one's happy about this. So you have a quarterback, you keep him. With Dak, I thought it was a different situation. I think Lamar's much better than Dak, but the Cowboys are stupid. I can't help stupid people.
Yeah. I'm kind of wondering if the Lions should monitor that Ravens situation and maybe give them a phone call if things explode there.
Would you make the deal?
Just to see about Lamar Jackson, because you have built an offense based on the run. You have a very good offensive line. You want to run the football more than you know, as much as you pass it. If you add that extra runner, does that make the Lions that much more dangerous? Or is he...
I think Lamar would be a great fit here. I think the team is built for Lamar Jackson. Explosive young wide receivers, a tight end that can get the job done if healthy, a top 3 offensive line, a very good running back, a very good backfield. Yeah, Lamar Jackson, I think, is a very good fit for the Detroit Lions. Having said that, what does that deal look like? If you're Baltimore, you're acknowledging you're going into an automatic rebuild. And if I'm the Baltimore GM, let's say you're Brad Holmes, all right? I'm over at Baltimore. You call me Adam. What is it going to take for Lamar, right? You're not comfortable to pay him. I'm willing to give up some draft picks. What is it going to cost? And I'm going to tell you, Terry. And I'm going to tell you, Terry, you give me 4 first-round picks, I'll consider it. Are you going to make that deal? Because I'm not giving up let's call him what it is. He's a franchise quarterback for nothing less. I wouldn't trade Justin Herbert for 4 first-round picks. I wouldn't trade Joe Burrow for 4 first-round picks. I would trade both of them for 8, 9, or 10, maybe. But even then, I would still probably say no, because I have that guy. Lamar is a very good quarterback in the NFL. Definitely top 12, probably top 10 for sure. I think the Lions would be stupid not to go in for him if he was available.
Well,
but I don't think.
Tell you what,
I don't think the GM pulls the trigger.
You've pulled something off. I'll have to sleep on it. Let me sleep on it.
Okay.
Not saying no.
Yep, I know, man. Yes, I know. Well, I also want to put it this way for you. If you were the Baltimore GM, and I called you, and I said, I cold called you, Terry, 4 first-round picks for Lamar, would you take it? If you weren't sold on Lamar. Let's say that's the situation.
I'm not sold on him, but he's more intriguing because of what the Lions are trying to do. They're trying to establish the football. Now, I'm not sure if you can win everything, because I'm only looking at winning everything. I'm not looking for the Adam, hey, let's win some games. I'm looking to win a championship. I'm not certain you can win a championship predominantly run in the National Football League with a predominantly run quarterback.
I do agree with that, and that's the big concern with Lamar. But how do you forget win a championship? How do you contend for one? You win your division, step 1.
Yes.
If you win your division, it means you're good enough to go toe-to-toe with other division winners across the conference.
You would think so.
You'd like to think so, yep. So then you get to the playoffs and you prove your worth. So far, Lamar got over the hump of he can't win a playoff game. He won one the year prior. Not last season, but the year prior. Again, it's challenging. If we're only going to talk about Super Bowls, there haven't been many Super Bowl winning quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers only has 1. Drew Brees only has 1. Matthew Stafford is a different situation because he left Detroit and won one his first year, but he has 1. It is hard. It's hard. And I would respect a franchise in the next 10 years that gave me 5 division titles, 6 playoff wins, let's say, 2 wild card appearances. And they were a majority of the time in the playoffs, and they were out of it every 3-4 years. I would respect that franchise a hell of a lot more. Forget than what I've had in the last 58 years, but just than more of the teams in the league. I can respect Minnesota for what they've done. Multiple NFC championship appearances since the 2000. Like, not everybody can win a Super Bowl, Terry, and unless you follow...
No, they can't, but I'm positioning myself to be one of those dudes that's knocking on the door.
And I'm game with that, and I think that's fair.
I think the mentality in this town is pathetic. The mentality here in Detroit is, let's win football games, guys.
No, how about we accomplish something?
I don't like that. Yes.
I'm definitely with you.
Just hang banners.
I'm with you, man. Division banners, win some playoff games, get to an NFC Championship game, win it. Dare I say win it? One day, Terry. Hopefully we're alive. Angels fire Joe Madden, by the way. 12-game losing streak. I believe they ended it last night in their first game with the interim coach.
Yeah, I think he scored 10 runs or something.
Something along those lines. Last I checked, the score was like 4-3 or 5-4. But beyond the point, Terry, you brought up an interesting question. Is he a target for the Tigers once A.J. Hinch leaves? You're pretty damn sold on Hinch leaving. I have a ton of questions for you, so we'll get to the break. When we get back, A.J. Hinch gone. Is Joe Madden an option?
I guess I should have been responsible and say if
he leaves.
If he leaves, but
you seem pretty damn certain.
I can't imagine Hinch looking at this franchise, your boy Al Avila, and Chris Illich, and say, you know what? I'm here long term because this franchise is going somewhere.
Fair enough.
Can't see it.
Fair enough.
I could be wrong, but I won't.
Maddie, the best defense on and off the football field is Guardian Alarm. Could you tell our friends at home about them?
It is. Guardian Alarm. They keep you safe and they give you peace of mind, whether you're at home, on the road. They're 24/7 local monitoring. Make sure what's important to you is safe. Call 1-800-STAY-OUT today for peace of mind. That's right. You heard my boyfriend Fish. 1-800-STAY-OUT and right now and let them know that Woodward Sports sent you.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Hello? Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab your cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Krogers, and if you wanna know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
A network for the city, by the city. Woodward Sports is Detroit Sports.
When you need apparel, there is only one place to go, and that is Big Frog in Novi. With no setup fees, no artwork fees, no minimum, and a 24-hour turnaround time, you can have your whole team outfitted in no time. Visit bigfrog.com/Novi or call 844-4-BIG-FROG today.
All right, we're back here on the Morning Woodward Show. Terry, Joe Madden relieved of his duties in Los Angeles yesterday.
Yeah, unconventional manager.
Is he a target for the Tigers if, I'll paraphrase it, if A.J. Hinch leaves at the end of the year along with Chris Fetter?
You mean when? No, I'm just kidding.
I know, I get it.
He is kind of a different bird. He's won championships. I like that. I'm sure he'll shift too many times and it'll drive me crazy, but yeah, I would definitely target him. In baseball now, I think unconventional gets you a long way, particularly when a team that's not that good, and even when they think they can contend, are they really going to be that good? See, I think the Tigers are going to need a manager who has different wrinkles, because when the Tigers are like close to contending or are close to being a playoff team and they need one bat or one arm or one whatever, Chris Illich is not going to step up and pay for it. So you're going to have to do it with a hole in your lineup, because I'm not convinced this guy is going to fill that hole. So you're going to need somebody who's a little bit weird, a little bit different to make that up. And it could blow up in your face.
I'll tell you what. There's a few guys I have on my list. Joe Madden's definitely not one of them. Terry, the problem with guys like Joe Madden is they need to walk into a situation like the Dodgers, the Yankees, right? The experienced guy, he's been there, done that. The manager the Tigers need right now is a guy not only like A.J. Hinch, but I would say a younger manager in the league, because the truth is this team needs a lot of help. The GM's not giving them any help. And Joe Madden, for me, again, I mean, the Philly is a great situation. They have a ton of bats. They've got power up and down that lineup. Talent is not the issue in Philly. It wasn't the issue in Los Angeles with Joe Madden. Shohei Ohtani, Mike Trout, Anthony Rendon. There are no excuses for that 12-game win streak. They actually had a good start to the year, up and before the slump. It's tough to watch. The Angels have never made the playoffs. Somebody fact-check me on that. With Mike Trout, I find that fascinating. Well, I don't think he's ever played in October. Can somebody confirm, please?
I've heard if he's never played in a playoff game, I imagine the Angels have not made the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's.
Heard. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But the point is, how many games we're not near the midway point, but you look at a guy like a Kevin Cash, who I think is probably the best manager in baseball. Manager of the Tampa Bay Rays. That's a guy you want, but you kind of have him. You have A.J. Hinch. Alex Cora with Boston, that is a guy that's you're trying to compete with, right? All I see is young, relatively young, given their age, as managers. Bob Melvin, a little older, but Tony La Russa, he's old as hell. He's probably going to die this year. I don't know.
He's not on my radar.
He's not on mine either. Again, the Tigers have what they have. The Tigers have what they have. I think they got to keep Hinch at all costs. I'm not looking for who's next. I would put Al Avila on one of those steaks, and I would, rotate him like a pig.
No.
Over a pit.
You need to do what they do in Hawaii.
What do they do?
They bury the pig.
Oh, I'm down for that. Oh, and cook it under the sand.
Under the sand.
Oh,
with
I'm
some
down.
Charcoal.
I'm down. I'm game for that.
Okay.
I'm down. You know what we should do? We should
bury Al Avila in the sand.
Anyways,
careful, Adam.
Long story
the Twitter
short.
trolls are going to be after you.
No.
Adam obviously does not care since yesterday.
My God, the PABs are out. Anyways, I'll tell you this, Terry. The Detroit Tigers will have a special place in my heart, like the Detroit Lions have, in terms of pathetic, mediocre operations, like the Lions have been prior to Brad Holmes and company joining. If A.J. Hinch walks and Fat Ass is still running the team.
Yeah,
if that fat fuck is still running this baseball team and Hinch walks out the door and everyone's like, oh, well, everything's fine. No, Chris, everything is not fine. Your father built a hell of a team. And when your father, God rest his soul, passed away, everybody understood it was time to rebuild, no problem. We all accepted it. How many years are we removed now, Chris? Either you're going to man up and you're going to get rid of Al Bundy over here, or we're going to continue to do the same things, which are drafting high school pitchers, failing to get anything of value in a trade. Oh, Robbie Grossman had him yesterday in Toledo. He had a home run. He had a great game. Okay, how about he hits a home run in the majors? He doesn't have one. Where's the talent? Where's the talent? Riley Green. We're going to rely on Torkelson and Green to carry this team into playoff contention. Yep. The Giants figure it out. The Rays can figure it out. Everybody figures it out except the Tigers and Al Avila. So, Chris, you want to save face? And not even save face. You want to take this seriously? Get rid of Al Avila. Because I swear to God, I will boycott the hell out of the Tigers if Hinch walks and Al Avila stays and gets a contract extension. I would lose my fucking mind.
And you should. It's something we already suspect, but that'd be official. The Tigers don't give a damn. And that's something that I always Hurd said about the Lions. The Fords don't give a damn.
And the Fords right now look like they give a damn more than the
anybody
Illiches,
else.
which is not a thing. Come here. Look at this guy. Terry, I have a story for you. Maddie, can he sit down for a second?
No.
Please?
I'm just kidding.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Justin
Welcome back.
Slanik,
We missed you.
one of the better people here at the network.
Better people.
Terry, he was in New Orleans having a good time. I'm not
Okay.
sure if you've been to New Orleans. I'm sure you
I
have.
have been there several times.
He had a great
I have
time.
a feeling Terry'd been. It's a good place.
I was sent a video of Mr. Slanik here showing his asshole to somebody up in the streets for beads.
That's how you start a morning.
My question. Admit you did it first.
Yeah, I did.
No, all the fellows were talking about, not only did he show his ass for beads, but he was wearing the beads like a skirt.
Yep.
Can't confirm or deny that one.
Terry, my question to you is, have you ever shown your ass for beads?
I have not.
But if you had to, would you?
I've shown my tits.
Yeah, same. They wanted to see Ding Dong, but I'm like, I'll give you some butt. Like,
Okay. That's a compromise.
Oh, we missed you, Justin.
missed you guys too. Like, got a lot of stories.
So was it worth it?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, New Orleans never disappoints. You know.
Yeah, he's telling me that I should go there. I've never been, so.
Oh, God, have you been anywhere?
No,
In the United
Mary.
States?
Lord.
He's
hasn't
been to
the
Michigan,
Coney
and that's
Islands
it.
downtown.
He's been to Michigan. That's it. He's been to his house and work.
I've
That's it.
been to California. I've been to Vegas, Boston, Florida. Taking a trip out to Colorado this summer. So I've been around, but
Got to go to New Orleans.
I've been to New Orleans.
Yeah, it's a great time. Hopefully the chat would agree. Like, New Orleans is great.
Now, did you graduate from the Hurricanes to the hand grenades? You've heard of those drinks?
Oh yeah, it's all hand grenades all the time.
Oh, it's hand
Yeah.
grenades
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Okay.
Those are the two of those. You're set. You know?
Yeah, because we went down there and said, let's get some Hurricanes. And some guy there, he called us pussies. So
Yeah.
he said, you got to get the hand grenades. That's what we did.
Hurricanes are good, but the hand grenades, like, they're dangerous because they taste so good. And then you're like, hand grenades, you know?
I like it.
But yeah,
I'm
it's a
digging
good
it.
Yeah,
time,
as soon as
though.
you take that first sip, that drink smacks you in the face. And so, are you a man or a boy? That's when you gotta make that decision.
I got some souvenirs here too.
Oh,
While I'm
souvenirs?
here,
Here we
I'll
go.
give them to you guys.
Now, we don't want the beads that
Yeah, I
were
don't want
dangling
the
off your
beads.
ass.
Those are for me forever. You
Oh,
never
okay.
get those.
Maddie, what would you
How much
show
stuff's in your bag,
if you had to get some
Justin?
beads?
A lot of stuff.
Oh, okay.
Chat wants to know.
I'm a big sock guy.
Oh, hell yeah.
I like fun socks.
I do too.
So
Look at this
ooh,
guy.
Terry,
Ooh.
got you.
Oh, those are
Right.
cute. Those are cute.
And then for Adam,
Are those
I
actually
think,
cherries? That is Adam. That's Adam.
That is very fitting.
oh yeah,
That's
That is
Adam.
very fitting. Thank you, Justin.
yeah, no problem. But I don't want to intervene too much on the sports. I'm sure they're like, all right, back to the
No,
sports.
we're more interested in New
No,
Orleans.
you're good.
Yeah.
We're chilling. We're chilling.
I got some Chargers beads. Those were like my favorite. I was
Yeah.
rocking
like
those.
that.
I saw.
My
I
brother
saw.
had the Lions beads on, but I had to rock the Herb beads.
Hell
That was
yeah.
dope.
How do you not? How do you
Yeah.
not?
All right,
Now,
well,
did
Justin,
you pass out in the street at any point? Or?
No, we're not. Not amateur hour. Like, make it to the hotel room.
Okay.
Got it.
I have a ton of great videos from Justin.
Yeah, I'm afraid I haven't even watched all of them back yet. I'm kind of
Don't-
nervous
don't
about
watch
it.
them.
Yeah, they were got wild.
What's your favorite po' boy?
I like the shrimp ones. I think I'm a big shrimp, but like they're all good. You know what I mean? They're all good. We ate really good. It sucks coming back home because like the food, we don't have anything. We got like Applebee's. You're down there and you're eating amazing, and then you come back and you're like, there's not so many good options.
Well,
welcome
we're
back,
sorry.
Michigan.
Sorry you're back, Justin.
Louisiana Creole downtown.
I don't think I did that one. We didn't go there.
It's near the Eastern Market in
I'll have to
downtown
check.
Detroit.
I'll add that on the list for next time. So we'll be
All right.
back.
I promise I'll take you somewhere remotely close to that. But,
We
ladies
should
and
go.
gentlemen, Justin Slanik, the head of our graphics and video department.
Thanks for
here at the
letting me
network.
come.
He's
rate
an
the show.
official OG.
Thanks for getting me an item,
We got to
Justin.
go to
Really
break.
appreciate that.
When we get
Sorry.
back, we'll get the show back on track. An Eastern Conference exec, and Terry, I'm going to assume this quote comes from an individual that talked to you. Thanks, Justin.
Thank you.
I'm assuming this came. This
He did not talk to me. He talked to the Athletic.
interesting. Well,
But
the
potty mouth guy.
the quote is, "How the f can you be a 5th overall pick and not play in 1.5 years?"
Right. And he's talking
about Shaedon Sharpe.
Right.
So we'll get to that in a little bit. But before we do, Maddie, could you tell everybody what's popping off over at Big Boy?
Yes, I can. The Strawberry Fest is back, and just for a limited time, so make sure you head on over to your local Big Boy. They brought back some of the classic favorites like the strawberry French toast, hotcakes, and waffle. And if you're not feeling breakfast, don't worry. They have a new strawberry bacon chicken wrap. It's absolutely delicious. And let's not forget about their very delicious strawberry pie for just $1.99 with the purchase of $7.99 or more. So head on over to your local Big Boy.
Fellas, let's be honest. We like things to be easy. We like simple stuff, like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated, like Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play, and before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991. Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
Welcome back. Thanks for joining us on the Morning Woodward Show here on the Woodward Sports Network. Adam, I'm curious. What would you show for beads?
Oh, anything.
All of it?
Yeah,
you knew Adam would.
I have no shame.
Okay.
I'm there to have a good time. I'm having a good time.
I should have known that about you. Sorry for asking.
No, you're good. That's important information, right?
I had to know.
Would you be willing to have people play ring toss with you?
I don't know what that is.
That's when you
Ring toss with your ding dong.
yeah
Yeah.
So like they'd throw beads
on your ding dong.
Hey,
Adam's all
don't.
for
And if they
that.
stick, you keep the
Adam's
beads.
like, wait, that sounds like a fun game. I'm going home.
I'm
with my
down.
wife.
Sounds like a good time.
Right.
You guys have been hiding all these games from me.
No, you just haven't opened up your brain.
Fish.
I think
Fish,
you
have
play.
you done it?
Hell no.
Then shut the hell up. All right, Terry. Shaedon Sharpe didn't play in college this past season. Projected to be a top 5 pick. An Eastern Conference executive anonymously says, "How the f can you be a top 5 pick and not playing over a year and a half?" Do you have an issue with, one, where he's projected to be going, and 2, is it an issue if these individual players sit their college freshman
think,
season?
The reason he's a number 5 pick is he was the number 1 high school prospect coming out of high school to go to college. But that scares me still, because I've seen some of the talent evaluators who evaluate high school students. Man, a lot of them have no idea what they're talking about. So to me, the jury is still out. Now, if you've got extensive game film or tape or whatever you want to call it of him practicing at Kentucky, and you fall in love with him, fine. But just because you're the number 1 high school prospect doesn't impress me. Yeah, you're probably a top 10 or top 15 pick, but doesn't mean you could play in this league. The other thing that the Lions have been burned on, with Mike Williams, he didn't play for over a year, comes in all rusty, can't play. What I hear from athletes all the time, one is you have to be in game shape, and it's impossible to be in game shape no matter how many practices you're in, no matter who you're playing. You could play against Kobe Bryant, Shaq in the day, LeBron James, and if it's practice, you're never in game shape. So this guy hasn't been in game shape for a year and a half. So that would scare me also. And you know what? He'll probably be Rookie of the Year, probably. Who knows? But, yeah, that scares me. I may be a little bit old school, but I like to see dudes play. And the Pistons.
Well,
didn't see Darko play, and you saw how that worked out.
Yeah, I don't want to bring up the guys that haven't worked out because they didn't play and they never worked out. I think what's more important to understand is, Terry, if I were to draft Cade Cunningham, how many years from his rookie year do you think he'll enter his quote-unquote prime where he becomes one of the better players in basketball? 4, 5, 6 years?
I was thinking 4 or 5.
All right. Imagine not having the year of college Cade had and just coming into the league. That's probably 6, 7 years. You need the reps. I know you don't want to hurt your stock. You don't want to get hurt. But if you play with that mindset, you're probably going to get hurt. I don't like that. I think you should play. I think it's beneficial for you as a college individual athlete to play because it gets you on TV. You're able to secure a shoe deal much easier. It is, people, this internet sensation thing, wow, look at his highlights on social media. That's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. Go out and play college ball. It's so important for you. I think it's important. We've seen players that stay longer in college come into the league and really play much better than some of the guys that were one and dones.
Yeah, but look, see what this is? This is the one. You only need one fool to believe in you. All you need is one. And so I think that's what Shaedon Sharpe is betting on. And we're just in a different society. You're right. You can accomplish things from highlights. Back in the day, it was, what did he do against Duke? What did he do against Michigan
you had
State?
To play
what
Larry
did he
Bird,
do against
Magic
Kentucky?
Johnson.
Right. I don't want to see, even if he played, I don't want to see 38 points, 17 rebounds, and 9 assists against Northern Arizona. What'd you do against the big boys? So we have none of that. We don't know what he can do. So in my mind, unless I've got some pretty significant tape, he's off my draft board. Now I hear knuckleheads. Here, I'm going to do the knuckleheads out there. Never seen this guy play. Have not seen game film. Say, I'd draft him if I were the Pistons.
Eminem brings up a good point. Somebody that was labeled, quote-unquote, the next Kevin Durant, Imani Bates. If he skipped college this past year, is he a top 5 pick? If he entered the draft. If he didn't play at Memphis.
In my mind, no. I saw him play in high school, and this is when he was supposed to go to Michigan State. I thought it would be a bad idea for Imani Bates to go to Michigan State because I don't like his game. It's very selfish, and I know Tom Izzo well enough to know that was going to be oil and water. There's no way that was going to work out. Tom Izzo would be in this guy's ass, and Imani Bates, the way he grew up, I don't think he could take it. What happened in Memphis would have happened at Michigan State.
Why is Giannis so great? Anybody want to take a swing at this?
Because they play basketball in Europe with actual men instead of playing in college?
Why is Giannis so great?
He was a guard.
When he came out and he was drafted, 13th overall?
Yep.
He was skinny as hell, had no weight on him, 0 ball skills. He was like Sekou Doumbouya, just high ceiling, athletic, could develop into something special. Why did he develop into something special? Not because of God.
I think it's a mindset.
Not because of Milwaukee. Bingo. Mindset. If you're telling me Imani Bates can't make it work with Tom Izzo, Imani Bates will never work in the NBA. Not that Tom Izzo's some perfect coach, but as an individual player, my job is to do what's best for the team and then myself. And if I go to Michigan State, let's say, and I'm Imani Bates, and I take 4 less shots than I would have taken a game at Memphis, but I'm now averaging 1.5 assists, 2 assists more a game, and people are saying, oh, maybe he can be well-rounded. Oh, well, you know what? KD became better when he started sharing the ball more, and that wasn't just a scorer. That was the knock on Carmelo. All he was a scorer.
Right.
That would have helped Imani Bates, in my opinion, much more. Giannis is great, not because he was born with some skill that most people don't have. He spent years, 6 years, in the gym every day. And I'm not even including his teenage years, just in the league. 6 years working on his weight, working on his ball handling skills, his ability to pass the basketball, because he's a pretty damn decent passer now. Yes, the rebounding, the blocking, the defense, he's a physical freak. We all know that. Can get to the basket score. We know that. He's now attempting to learn how to hit a jump shot, attempting to hit a 3-point game. Or, excuse me, add a three-point shot to his game.
Attempting to hit free throws.
Hey,
wink,
Tarik,
wink.
but the mindset is I'm going to get better at these.
Mm-hmm.
And all my flaws I'm going to get better at. That's why he's great. Not because he has more skill than, let's say, Kevin Durant or Amani Bates coming out of college. Giannis and Amani Bates, it's not even close. Amani Bates was much better coming out of high school.
Correct.
At their age, Amani Bates is probably way better than Giannis at the same age. But 4 years from now, where's Amani going to be? I know where Giannis is going to be because of his mindset. You know, they talk about Mamba mentality. That's all it is. It's nothing to do with Kobe Bryant. Just means take the fucking initiative. Stop being a bitch. And stop thinking life owes you anything. Life doesn't owe you anything. Life is unfair. Get used to it. That's why life is fair, because it's unfair.
Well, that is the mindset of many athletes, particularly in basketball. It's like we owe them something. We're privileged to see them play. We're privileged to pay $100 or $200 to watch them play. And their thing is they come a lot of times, especially the better players, they come into a franchise that hasn't won in a while. Their fan base is hungry for a winner, and these guys come in with their thumbs up their noses saying, I just come in and do the best I can. And they're not thinking championships. They're not thinking competing for championships. They're thinking about getting theirs. I got to get mine. And I'll tell you a guy who was like that, Dominique Wilkins, who's now in the Hall of Fame. I was not a big fan of Neek, but the one thing I remember, the Pistons played Atlanta. Pistons kicked Atlanta's ass at the Omni at the time. So I wanted to get a quote from Dominique. So when we went in there, Dominique is reading the stat sheet, and he shakes his head and says, I got mine. In other words, hey, I got my 25 points.
Can I ask you, Terry Siku Dumboya, what was the praise coming out of college, or excuse me, coming out of the draft when he was drafted by the Pistons? Raw.
Right.
So much room to grow and develop. What's the difference between him and Giannis? Year one, what do you think it is? They're rookie years. They're the same player. Giannis, 6.8 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Siku, 6.4 points a game, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. Not marginally off. What's the difference? Oh, year two. He grabs less rebounds, less assists, and less points. In year two as a Piston, Giannis goes from 6 points to 12, 7, and 3. And then 17, 7, and 7. And then 23, 8, and 5. And then 27, 10, and 5. Here.
Right.
Not because...
And the other thing is the great players, they add one thing to their game in the offseason.
Yep.
You know what? I shot 25% from the three-point area. I'm going to work on that. Or the thing I think what's going to happen with Cade Cunningham is we already know he's a facilitator. But I think in the offseason, Cade is going to get with his teammates, and he's going to find out where they want the ball. Because certain guys, when you feed them into the post or feed them on the fast break, they want the ball in a certain area. Some like it high.
Some like it low,
some like
so
it
they can
low,
pivot and maneuver.
Some like it to the left. Some like it to the right. So I think he's going to get with his teammates and figure out, okay, I'm going to get you the ball where you want it.
And he's got 4 years, 5 off seasons to do it. Passing, shooting, free throws, three-point shot, mid-range game, in the block, blocking out, defense. The kid's going to be fine. You have to have that will to be great. And if you don't, you're going to let small things get in your way.
Right.
And there's nothing more that drives me crazy.
He's going to say, okay, I got to improve on something else. I'm going to work on maybe three-point shooting. Or
you know what Sika was working on?
Nothing.
What Happy Meal he was going to get from McDonald's. We're going to go to break. When we get back, Ohio State's head coach, Ryan Day, is asking for a ridiculous amount of money to keep the team
It's like a salary cap.
intact.
It's crazy, man.
We'll get to that in a little bit. But before we do, I got to tell you about where I almost won a ton of money yesterday, and I will be winning money tonight because I am very confident the Warriors take Game 3, which is on MyBookie. Bet from anywhere, anytime using MyBookie. Sign up today Using code Woodward, they'll match your first deposit, meaning it's free money. You put in $100, they're going to give you $100, guys. The savings, and not only the savings, the money's free. Who the hell says no to free money? Go make the goddamn bet.
Maybe some of your Twitter people.
Take the Warriors tonight. It's free money. They're going to win by 15. Take the alternate line, 11.5. I got you guys. Don't worry. I got it.
Hotline.
Everybody's going to make money with me tonight. Anyways.
And you're welcome.
If you suck at betting, though, and you're welcome. If you suck at betting or just have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-270-7117.
It took exploring 50 different formulas and hosting countless taste tests, but we believe Gypsy Vodka is the smoothest vodka on the market. Don't believe us? Ask the owners.
We're Mike and Adam Kazanowski with High Five Spirits Distillery. We're in close to about 1,200 locations throughout Michigan. We wanted to create a brand that was geared more towards freedom, love, adventure, and at the end of the day, we really wanted to tell a story that inspired other people to take risk, follow their dreams, whatever that might be.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag on. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
Welcome back. Thanks for joining us on the Morning Woodward Show here on the Woodward Sports Network. Also featured on The Roar on 99.1, 93.5, and 94.7 HD2. It's the top of the hour, always brought to you by Bedrock.
I love
What's going
Bedrock
on?
Detroit. They do so much good work.
They do. We should go roller skating.
I'm down. I don't have a pair of roller skates, though.
Can you rent them down there?
I imagine you can.
Yes.
There you
Yes.
go.
Yes.
Ooh,
Are you coming too, Terry?
Can we have a date?
Yes.
Roller skate.
I'll eat a Cody dog if you let me take you roller skating.
Can I wear knee pads?
Oh, we're all gonna need knee pads. Trust me.
I don't need knee
Maddie's
pads.
not. Yeah, she's not wearing knee pads. She
I
says knee
rollerblade
pads.
all the time.
Who cares?
Oh, that's right. She rollerblades
Yeah.
with their dog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do. Get out of here with the knee pads comment. We're done.
All
Move
right.
on.
I didn't say anything.
Thanks for inviting me, losers. Really
Terry?
appreciate that.
$13 million
Fish,
projected.
you can come too.
Oh, that's
$13 million
nice.
projected cost to keep the current team together. Ohio State's Ryan Day coming out and pleading to boosters. One, do you have a problem with this? And two, is it too much money?
It just seems weird to me that you're putting a salary cap on a college football team. And, I think he was talking about $2 million for quarterbacks, $1 million for receivers, $250,000 for linemen. And all these guys are not going to hit. So to me, it seems like a recruiting tool.
It
to
is
let
a
guys
recruiting
know,
tool.
hey guys, we got a $13 million salary cap at Ohio State. Come here and get some. But see, I thought when this NIL thing started, it was supposed to be more
Independent.
right. If I can get a deal, bam, good. I have no problem with the teams helping you get something, but should it be, and that's what Nick Saban and Jimbo Fisher were fighting about. Nick Saban basically, calling the kettle black of all things, that he bought a team. So you're going to have to. We're going from a college football where if you slip somebody money in a bag under the covers, that was a recruiting violation. Now you're openly saying, hey, here's how much we got. If you're good. Oh, no, you don't even have to be good. If you come here,
I don't know,
get some of
Terry.
that.
Look, again, I'm probably really naive. I don't know what it's like to be a highly touted Division I athlete. Sorry, just don't.
You get your ass kicked a lot.
All
or
right.
kissed a lot.
So where I'm going with that is, how do we protect three parts I think that need to be protected. One, the kids, because that's a lot of money. And a lot of these kids aren't coming from well-off families that can say, Jimmy, you don't need that money. Oh, we'll pay for your college. Just pick the best school for you. That not everybody has that luxury. Secondly, how do we protect the state of college football? Because I don't believe there should be a salary cap. And my original understanding of NIL was, hey, individual ex-player, you can go out and make money on your name, image, and likeness.
Right.
Not, hey, my name is Jimbo Fisher or Adham Beydoun, and I'm here to recruit you. Listen here, kid. 5-star recruit. Oh, your dad's alma mater is Michigan? Cool. Here over at, I don't know, Ohio State, we're going to give you $2 million over the next 2 years. And you're going to come play for us. What do you think about that? And what person says no?
I know.
And on top of that, what 18-year-old, unless, again, they come from an educated background family or well-off family that understands, 1, taxes, 2, what to do with that money, 3, how to protect the kid. If that, and most kids don't have, I didn't have that when I was growing up. What are we supposed to do with kids that are, again, dealing with all this high stress, and then they're supposed to go out and perform at an elite level in D1 college? It blows my mind.
You know who has an old fart mentality and is a dumbass? Me. Because when he is too, but I'm going to make a confession. Yeah. When I heard NIL and paying college players, I thought maybe $500 to $1,000 a week. You know, just get a little salary, something that...
A little something, something.
Yeah, a little something, something. Like, you could be the life of the party. You can pay for your meals, get as much pizza as you want, buy yourself a car. I didn't know we were going to be talking about $250,000 or $1 million.
And I don't mind the kids making the money, though. That's the thing is, I'm not mad for the kids. I'm happy for them. I'm happy for their families. The problem I have is we don't know what the hell is going on.
I don't think anybody knows
what is considered legal, not legal, what is considered a good thing and a bad thing. We don't know any of this. And college football would have been so much more prepared for this had they just sucked it up and done it 5, 6, 7 years ago. They would have had everything figured out by now. But here we are, figuring it out on the fly. Coaches arguing in national media. An insane amount of money being raised. And again, let's just call a spade a spade. If you're an offensive lineman, Terry, and you're a 4-star recruit, how much money do you think you're getting out of Ohio State?
$250,000.
Based on Ryan Day's money.
Right.
But if you're the quarterback, if you're a wide receiver,
$1 to
skill
$2
player,
million.
you're getting millions.
Right.
So now you're involving money in a locker room. It used to be, again, it's a new element. Coaches are now going to have to learn how to handle, oh, I have my $7 million players here and my $150,000 players here.
Mm-hmm.
And I treat them all the same.
Oh, hell no.
It's a whole different ball game. They can leave at any point. Hey, I'm glad I'm not coaching in college. It seems very stressful. I don't know if a salary cap is the way to go about it because every school generates a different amount of revenue. Some can spend more, some can't. Tough luck.
Well, the good thing and the bad thing is this money's not coming out of the college budget.
That's wild.
This is, Joe Businessman or Joe Booster, someone that wants to see Ohio State win. Yeah, I put $5 million to the kitty.
So this is a mindset. On full transparency, I really thought like this 4, 5, 6 years ago. 17 to 20, 21-year-olds should not get paid this kind of money. And of course, I evolved. I got older, and I started to say, whoa. They're making millions off of hundreds of millions off these kids. I don't see a problem with it. They should be able to make money. But how they're making money now is the complete opposite of what name, image, and likeness was. This isn't what they're making money on. Now they're being paid to come to the school that has nothing to do with their name, image, or likeness.
Right.
What the NCAA is now doing is exposing itself, and college football is exposing for what it's always done, Terry. Which is, they were always giving money to recruits. This has always been happening. Now it's just public. Now players are aware that he gets this, he gets that, she gets this. It's all public now. That's the only difference.
Yeah, it is.
We have done nothing to advance the idea that players can make money off of their name, image, and likeness. And you saw Hutchinson. I think he had a Buffalo Wild Wings deal. And I believe a Calm, the app, that was another deal, if I recall correctly. So they're going out and getting deals. But the majority of the money to get you to the school before you even go out and sell your name is coming from boosters who are trying to recruit. And I find that complete ass backwards, to be honest with you.
Well, the way it used to be is the coach would come in and say, hey, come here and play, and you can have a fine career. We have We know you're interested in finance, and we have one of the finest finance schools in the nation, or one of the best. And then he leaves. And then the bag man comes, puts a bag on the bed, and leaves. He doesn't say anything to you.
Yeah,
so you open up the bag, and there's money in there.
Terry, some of the comments are suggesting that there's a salary cap for coaches, and I totally disagree. I don't. I'm sorry. I'll pay Nick Saban whatever it takes to get him to my university. I'll pay Lincoln Riley. I'll give Lincoln Riley my wife to come be the head coach at my university if I was the AD. I don't give a hell. I don't give a shit. I just don't. Brian Kelly gets $10 million at LSU. Nick Saban $10 million. Mel Tucker $9.5 million. You pay these guys. You pay them because when your football program is successful, your swimming program, your volleyball program, your students, just in general, they all benefit from it. College football is the driving revenue force.
There's more student enrollment. And that student enrollment is really the driving force if a school is successful. It's not if the football team is 11-0.
But what the football
if the
team
football
allows,
team is 11-0, then people are going to say, I'm going to enroll there. That's how you make your money.
Enrollment, yes, but I mean the money that comes from college football deals, the TV deals, that's money going to the university that they're making outside of their enrolled students.
Yeah, but that's going to field hockey and...
Of course, but it's allowing the rest of the program's athletics to run and operate.
Correct.
It's a big deal, so I really don't have the answers. I really don't, especially with this whole NIL thing. I think we're not even doing NIL. Some individuals are. That's great. I'm glad they're making money. But it seems like we're just throwing hundreds, if not millions of dollars at kids and telling them, hey, pick the best university for you, meaning, hey, we're going to give you the most money. Can't guarantee you're going to play here, but boy, you're a highly touted recruit. What's the protection for the boosters? What if the kid doesn't work out? Complete bust, but you paid him $2 million.
Yeah.
Are you gonna put more money in the next go around when they tell you, hey?
Are you gonna try to take it back?
No, it's insane to me. It's insane.
There's gonna be a lot of guys. More guys are gonna go and be bust and get paid than get paid and really benefit the athletic program.
Yeah, I'm down for it. I think it's 100% going to happen. It is a reality that isn't even being spoken of. Not even being spoken of right now.
The student athlete didn't create the system.
College NCAA did because they were benefiting off of them, and the only benefit they got was scholarships. All right, cool.
Right, and if an athletic director, let's say an athletic director at Ohio State, if a wrestler goes there, which the AD had no say in him coming there, if that wrestler goes on and finishes top 10 in the NCAA tournament, their wrestling tournament, or wins it, that AD gets a bonus. So
it's insane to me. We got to go to break.
Let everybody get paid.
When we get back, Ford Field was rated the 10th best stadium according to Yelp reviews.
It's actually pretty good.
That's insane. So I have a few stories about Ford Field myself. I'm curious what Terry thinks.
I think somebody doesn't like. Have you been to Ford Field?
I have.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, all right, because you haven't been anywhere.
He has been to Ford Field.
Braylon and Armani suggested a new stadium, which I thought was a bit odd, but beyond the point. We'll get to that in a little bit, but before we do, I got to tell you about where Maddie and I, well, she's already been this morning, and where I'll be later this afternoon, which is at Planet Fitness. Shut the fuck up. Planet Fitness, your home of the judgment-free zone. $0 down, $10 a month. Your fitness is essential. Visit planetfitness.com or one of their many Metro Detroit locations. We'll see you guys in a little bit.
Love you, Adam.
6 dark corners, a driveway and a patio, 5 windows that could become doors. Every house has unique security challenges. Guardian Alarm has more tech, more team, and more ways to help keep them all safe. Get a professionally designed and installed security and smart home system from Guardian Alarm. Sign up today and get a free video device. Guardian Alarm. Smart right from the start. Call 1-800-STAY-OUT.
When you need apparel, there's only one place to go. Big Frog in Novi. With no setup fees, no artwork fees, no minimum, and a 24-hour turnaround, you can have your whole team outfitted in no time. Embroidery, direct-to-garment, vinyl, and screen printing, Big Frog has it all in all the styles you want. So whether it's a sports team, fundraiser, school event, or corporate needs, Big Frog is your one-stop destination. Visit bigfrog.com/Novi or call 844-4-BIG-FROG.
Detroit sports by Detroiters and for Detroiters. This is Detroit Sports Network. This is Woodward Sports.
Well, summertime is here, and you know what that means. Construction has flooded Michigan, and you can do some construction on your home as well. Our friends at Alto Equipment, they know that when it comes time to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. If you've got a big project coming up, Alta Rents has you covered. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA today. Alto Equipment, where uptime matters.
Absolutely, and here we are back on the morning show, 9:16. Terry?
Yes, sir.
According to Yelp reviews, Ford Field is the 10th highest rated NFL stadium in the league.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with that. I actually think Ford Field is pretty damn good. I think they need to do some renovations in terms of just making it a little bit more modern, like you see in some of the current NFL stadiums. But that to me isn't make or break. I actually think it's a good stadium.
Who's ahead
It's pretty
of them?
clean.
Who's number one?
Number one,
Green Bay, Lambeau Field.
Lambeau Field, and then it was like Dallas third, Pittsburgh fourth or second, something like that. But
All right, Lambeau Field is so overrated.
it is overrated.
it
I
is.
agree with him. It's
I've
actually
heard
not
that.
modern at all. It's
Isn't
just
it
a bunch
in the
of
middle
seats.
of nowhere too?
In the middle of nowhere. What's great about it is its history
Yeah.
and
It's
how
kind of in a
simple.
neighborhood.
It's so
Yeah.
simple.
What'd you say?
It's in a neighborhood.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, I think
there's
Corey
houses
was
all around
telling
it.
us about it one time.
Yeah, there's houses
but
all around it.
that's
It's actually cool. I don't mind it being number one. It's so simple. That's what makes it great. The
Sure.
simplicity behind it. But Ford Field, I don't think it's the 10th best stadium.
I went to my first Lions game this past year.
How'd it go?
It was great. I went like 5 other times. But
Yeah.
no, I loved it. I've cheered on Ford Field.
The
and
seats are good.
whatever.
Food's
so.
good. It's clean. I didn't have any issues there. When
I like
I went
it.
to the Cowboys game, not last year, but the year prior. That was the last game I've been to.
Yeah.
So not this past season, the year prior when Patricia, I believe, was the head coach. And they got smacked by the Cowboys that day, back in 2019.
You know what they need to do at Ford Field? The one side half of the stadium by the warehouses looks really cool. It's like they put all their efforts to make sure that it looks good. You got the right concessions. And on the other side, it's just a regular stadium. Let's just put junk wherever. We don't care. The only redeeming part about the other side where the warehouse is not is they do have a cool bar. But you can't get everybody in that bar. Maybe 300-400 people.
Yeah, they do need to. I think they could do some cool renovations that would allow for more public social gatherings.
I don't like that though.
Oh, I love like some of those lounges at stadiums.
Like
not
at
the
Little
ones that
Caesars
are
Arena?
like,
That's similar to Little
not the
Caesars
ones that
Arena.
are secluded, but the ones that are like open, walk in basically. Like you
So
just
like
go
people
grab.
from the outside can just go and get food while the game's going on.
Yeah.
See, the only thing I don't like about that is that it attracts so many people from inside the game
Yeah,
that
it
then
looks
all
empty.
the seats look empty.
Yeah.
And like a
That's
lot
not your
of
problem.
that's not
It
my
is.
problem.
Well,
but
it's
like
No, the
stadium.
seats were
But
bought.
that's the Red Wings every game.
Yep.
seriously,
Where's everybody?
Yeah.
they're all on the underneath at the Motor City Club.
Yeah, because the Motor City Club, whatever club it is, so inviting and
Yep.
so cool. It's
Yeah.
got so much great food and drinks. You're like, I'll
They
get,
did
I'll get
such
out
a
there
good
at some
job that
point.
now people don't want to actually watch the games, which is a problem in Detroit because the teams aren't actually good.
So the Motor City Club is doing them a favor.
You're not wrong.
So again, is
I
it?
just think it's like that stinks for the players.
So we all
and
agree.
stuff.
We don't have a problem with Ford Field, right?
No.
No.
What's up?
No,
Owen?
I think it's a solid,
Yeah,
fresh,
strut.
crisp
I know.
stadium.
He was really strutting right there.
Sassy. Probably his knees hurt. Need to get him some knee pads.
Those are my
you
knee
do to him?
pads.
I didn't do anything.
I'm sure after yesterday you did a lot of
That's
things.
the culprit right there.
Oh.
Wow.
Fish is
Boy.
aggressive with the interns. Anyways, the 10th best, or excuse me, 10th highest rated stadium. I don't see a problem with that. I think it's pretty accurate.
Top third.
I don't mind that.
That's probably right.
I don't mind that at all. I think it's a very good stadium. I think
think
Ford
that's
Field is
awesome.
actually pretty solid considering it was built 2004, 5. It was It was inaugural, what, 2004 or 5? One of the two. I think the 04-05 year. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I will.
I think it was a 2004 or 5 season.
2002 it opened.
It opened?
Yeah.
In
It
2002.
says August 24th, 2002 is when Ford Field opened.
Okay, cool. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. Well, there you go. 20 years ago. It's still one of the better stadiums. I think that's a good thing. Do I think they could invest a ton of money into renovations? I do. I think there's some cool things they could do.
You can always renovate, though.
Well, you should always.
Yeah. Keep it high and tight.
It's a cash cow.
It's like the Palace when Tom Gores bought it. He was always adding things. And my thing, I mean, it was like 40 and 50 million. I'm like, why are you doing this?
Why don't
Because
you
you're about to
just build
move
a new
out
one?
this sucker in a few years.
And they did.
But their whole thing is they wanted the Palace to be as modern as possible. And so they kept renovating it. They kept adding on. And I think Ford Field, what they did is it's a nice stadium. I like it. But now the only thing that they modernized in there is they made the internet better.
Yep.
But make the game experience better. Now, one of the complaints the Lions had is that people weren't going into the stadium until the game. They wanted people in the stadium earlier. Well, there's no reason to be in there.
I wouldn't go. I'm trying to drink as much as I can before I have to go watch that football team. So.
We also have our pregame show, so.
Well, that too. Well, so we work now, but before, when I was
a degenerate,
a normal person, and I'd go to Lions games, here we are.
But you got to pay an arm and a leg for those beers in the stadium. We all know that.
Yeah, but it's worth it. I think like Ford Field is the drunkest fans I've ever seen, and it's the best thing in the world.
I know,
Hey, Owen,
but they get most of their libations before the game, and that's what the Fords were complaining about. People are having too good of a time outside of Ford Field, and then they come in later, and Mama Ford was upset about that. She wanted them in the stadium before the game started.
Well, maybe if they had more impressive, like,
bam,
something
I would
happening.
show up hours early if the team was good. Let's just put it that way. That's my mentality.
For sure. If you actually wanted to go see the players on the field warming up and all that
If it was a playoff
stuff,
game, I'd be there 2 hours early,
For
getting
sure.
drunk. I mean, just
collecting
having a good
all
time.
your beers at your seat because you can only get 2 at a time.
I hate that, by the way.
I do too.
I don't like that.
It's stupid.
Because I have to wait for the guy to walk back down. It's a whole thing. It's a whole process. Unnecessary. Yeah. Just give me what I want.
I'm like, I just want 4. Just thank you.
Anyways, Terry, question for you.
Yes, sir.
If you had the option, would you build a new stadium for the Detroit Lions?
That's too soon. I don't like building stadiums every 20 years. I say add to it, renovate it. Like, how about a cool indoor-outdoor patio where in the summer, when it's warm, you can go out there, have beers, drinks, and it's a cool atmosphere. And then in the winter, when it's cold. All right, yeah, I guess you guys care what I have to say. I'm out of here.
Adam is so rude.
He's over here playing his little. He asked me a question and then plays a little beatbox music.
I wasn't.
Thanks
I was
a lot.
trying to scroll past our stuff on Twitter so
Well,
I
you
could see
did.
if it was getting up.
Yeah,
and then I
turn your
clicked on a
full
video on
volume down,
accident.
ding dong.
Excuse me. I'm just trying to make sure we're doing what we're supposed to be doing during the show.
Well, you're not doing
Anyways,
it correctly.
Well, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Other
during the show,
renovation-
so how
Shut
about
up,
that?
But it's okay for him to screw up.
No, it's not.
The rest of us,
No,
the rest
we'll
of us have
punish
to be
him.
all buttoned up and everything.
No, we'll
Hey,
punish
we're
him
doing our
off the
job.
air.
We're perfect
He'll feel
today,
it
and
tonight.
Adam's like, let me just play Tupac here.
There's nothing wrong with me playing Tupac.
he don't
See,
give a damn.
there's nothing wrong with me playing Tupac.
If you're
on
gonna
the
play
show.
Tupac, play Tupac, but not whatever the heck you were.
Yeah, I
playing.
don't know what that even was.
Just respect the people you're working
Yeah,
with.
disrespectful.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Fish.
Stay out. Yes, sir.
Fish. It's for you. All right.
Other way, ding dong. It's
Yeah, you
upside
just-
down.
Wow.
You just gave.
There we go.
That's for you.
He's learning.
Unbelievable. All right, we got to go to break. When we get back, Ken Daniels, Mickey Redmond, revered as the best duo in all of hockey, as play-by-play commentators. Terry, I do want to get your thoughts. You've been watching them for the longest time. I grew up with them. It's nice to see them recognized for just how good they are.
Yes.
I think it's a big deal. So we'll get to that in a little bit. But before we do, Maddie, I need to tell everybody at home about the Mulligan, which is iced tea, lemonade, and gypsy vodka mist. It is the summer, and the drink of the summer is gypsy vodka. The Mulligan iced tea, lemonade. It's a great mix, whether you're on the golf course or in the backyard hanging out with friends. Gypsy vodka and the Mulligan is the drink to go to. Support Michigan distilleries. That is the play. Support local always and drink responsibly.
Life is full of hard choices. We're here to make one of life's biggest decisions as simple as possible. My name is Christina Gennari, and for over 20 years, I've helped hundreds of families buy and sell homes. We cover all of Metro Detroit and more, from large luxury homes to starter homes. We will work hard to make sure that you get the home of your dreams. So if you're in the market today or even thinking about buying or selling in the future, make the obvious choice. Christina Gennari, the obvious choice in real estate. Visit us at soldchristina.com today.
Strawberry Fest is back at Big Boy. We brought back some of the classic breakfast items like the strawberry French toast, hot cakes, and waffle. If you're not feeling breakfast, try our new strawberry bacon chicken wrap, crispy chicken wrap, nacho wrap, or strawberry salad. The perfect recipe for springtime. And don't forget to grab dessert, including our berry delicious strawberry pie for only $1.99 with the purchase of $7.99 or more at participating Big Boy locations.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
It's a beautiful morning in Metro Detroit. Oh, Jesus. But it's a little chilly outside. You can go get a tan on, get warm, get your vitamin D in at Chili Peppers.
God knows you need a tan.
At Chili Peppers Tanning. Chili Peppers is where you find the cleanest salons in the D. They've got spotless sanitized rooms and trained certified tanning professionals. Join the Pepper Club for all the best deals on unlimited tanning. Chili Peppers, they have the hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, and the darkest tans.
Chili Peppers tan!
The people have spoken, Terry. Fans rated play-by-play for the teams across the league, with Ken Daniels and Mickey Redmond being number one. I think they got it right. Try to leave my bias aside.
I think I'm happy to see this because it confirms the way that I felt. Now, I didn't know if they were the best, but I knew they were really good. And sometimes if you become comfortable with somebody, and you're used to their cadence, you're used to their voice, and so I've always enjoyed Ken Daniels and Mickey Redmond, the way that they call a hockey game. But I wasn't sure because you've been listening to them for decades. So this is what you're used to, but then it's confirmed they are pretty damn good. So I'm enjoying it.
I got to grow up listening to them, and I always thought they were fascinating. I thought they were the best in the game from when I was probably 10, 11 years old. But I'm surprised. I'm surprised they're one. I wouldn't believe that would be the actual voting across the league. And I think that's amazing. I think it's the credit they deserve.
Why are you shocked?
I'm surprised because the Wings have been terrible for the last 6-7 years. They haven't been in the postseason. And call it what it is. If you're not on TV throughout the regular season, unless you're watching locally, no one's paying attention. And I think the fact that they're getting national recognition is a big deal. I'm shocked because the team's been so bad, not to take away from them, but that's also a factor.
That
Two things. A game is a game. Even if a team is awful, but if you're calling a good game, that will be recognized. The other thing is, it doesn't matter if a team is good or in the playoffs every year for national recognition, because once that team is in the playoffs, they're not doing play-by-play anymore. The national guys take over, and all you get is the radio.
Yep.
So you're not getting television. But, I think you're trained in this profession, whether the team is good, bad. You come in and do your job, be professional.
Nobody embodies that more than those two.
Right. And Mickey Redmond, I think he's so quirky. And, a lot of times you'll see something egregious that the Wings did, Mickey Redmond will support it. Oh, the boys did the right thing. I said, no, they didn't. So, ultimate homer, every play-by-play team, to a certain extent, are homers. But Mickey Redmond is almost cartoonish in the way that he supports the team, and I think that embodies him with hockey fans.
I'll tell you what, of all the play-by-play commentators in the city, I would put Daniels and Redmond 1, Dan Miller 2, and I think the rest suck. Blaha, God bless, he was amazing. He's always been amazing, but who knows if he'll return in a full-time capacity next season. I don't know. No one's really said anything, unless I haven't seen it. And then I don't like the Tigers post-game, pre-game, play-by-play outside of radio with Dan Dickerson. So I think their TV play-by-play sucks. I think Dan's amazing, though. But I think their coverage of the game sucks. I think the Tigers do the worst job of all the teams in terms of broadcasting, explaining. So they would be fourth for me. I think the Lions are a close second, probably tied with the Pistons for second. I think the Wings, Daniela Bruce, Redmond, Ken Daniels, I think they crush it. They do a great job. I think they're the most professional of the group.
But you said that you thought the Lions and the Pistons were second.
Yeah.
But you had high praise for the Lions, and you said George Blaha sucks.
I didn't say I didn't mean to say he sucks.
But you said it.
Yeah. It's not that he sucks. George Blaha is a legend. He's done a phenomenal job for so long. I just think the production from the Pistons is what holds them back, right? So I'm taking the whole TV broadcast into consideration. Blaha's great. Dan Dickerson's great. But they're not producing the show. They're not using cutting sequences. They're not doing the rundown. They're not going through the entire broadcast production. I think the Wings have the best production, hands down. The Lions are a close second, but it's football season. It's really not difficult to beat everyone else out. Pistons, I would say, are a close second. And then I think the Tigers are probably a million miles away in fourth place.
Right. And for football, you're doing one game a week.
Yeah.
For the most part. Now, my problem is post game. I like all the play-by-play people here, but post game, man, you get all these howdy-doody takes. Man, the fellas played hard today, even though they lost 10-0.
Did you watch the Tigers game?
I didn't watch yesterday.
Oh my God, it was poetic. You ready for this?
Are they in the playoffs now?
No. Well, you know what the Tigers need, Terry, after a loss, they need to hit the ball better. Yeah, no. They get shut out 7-0. You know, Terry, honestly, tonight they could have used some bats. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna dump on the Tigers today.
No. Here's what they do: the Tigers lose 8-1, and I have to hear, "Oh, the Tigers had some quality bats today.
Bats.
It didn't result in runs or hits, but man, those guys were fought at the plate." I'm like, give us the truth.
Yeah, it's garbage. All you have to do is sit up there and say, "All right, guys." Again, they're employed, though, right? Like, if I was doing the post game for the Tigers, I would have been fired by now. Because I would have already called for Alavila's job 30 times. And on top of that, I would have said, Javi Baez sucks ass. Candelario can't hit a lick. Scope is just now starting to hit the baseball. What took so long? The Castro brothers are doing a good job. Miggy's your best hitter, which is pathetic. You have a rookie batting under 200. The team sucks right now. And AJ Hinch and Chris Fetter are probably walking out the door. I'd give the Lions fans a dose of reality on a post-game broadcast. And it wouldn't be good. I'd get fired after one.
You would. You would be fired.
Yeah.
And but then they would come out with something.
We don't share the views of Adham Beydoun.
No, we had a mutual decision
to part ways.
To part ways. We're going in a different direction. Adam wants to be with his family more.
Yeah, okay.
They'll come up with some BS.
You have no idea. I don't want. Maddie knows. We need to talk about it. Last night, something cool happened. I do want to switch to the NBA playoffs, or excuse me, the NBA draft. But before we do, I do want to bring up the Lightning last night. Nikita Kucherov. Terry, are you aware of the company he joined last night?
I am not.
He joined the company of 3 other individuals, one being, and the most recent being Sergei Fedorov, as an individual to score 20 or more points in 3 consecutive playoffs.
Impressive.
And he's now done it, again, his 3rd consecutive year. They've now tied the series 2-2. And he's not only scored 20, he scored 30 last postseason and then their first cup 2 years ago. This guy's been one of the better players in hockey the last 3 years. That's been great to see. But we're going to have Jeff Iafrate walk in pretty soon. I got to ask you, Terry. A lot of talk on Shaedon Sharpe, athlete, right? This is the guy. Got to talk. Who are the Pistons going to get? They need an athlete to surround Cade with. Terry, I think me and you agree they have a star guard. They have a future superstar guard, possibly.
Right. He's not.
What do you
gonna
need
be
to surround him
athletic.
with? Forget Sharpe, Ivy, Murray, Jesus, Moses. I don't care who. What's the type of player that you want to surround Cade with? Selfish, selfless, a shooter, an athlete, can get to the basket, a defender, wing and D. What are you looking for?
A dog. I'm looking for somebody who can get to the cup, is going to be aggressive, can work the pick and roll, and also can provide a different pace for the Pistons with Cade Cunningham on the bench, or even with Cade Cunningham running at 2 guard. That's why I like Jaden Ivey. I mean, he's an athlete. Yes, I know all his flaws. He's improving on his shooting. But I like a guy like him. I think he is a dog, which means he's got that mentality. I'm going to do what I need to do to win. And he can take the pressure off. I mean, Cade Cunningham doesn't have to be a dick to everybody. Jaden Ivey or whoever they draft can take that slack or pick up that slack and get it off of Cade. So he can just be the guy that comes in, does his thing, rallies his teammates, and then let the other guy kind of be the dick.
So I was recording that pod.
Speaking of dicks.
Oh!
Jeff Iafrate is walking into the studio. You want to sit down or are you just going to stand there?
Just to let you know, he's throwing arrows at everybody today, so don't be offended.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, I'm
nobody's
ready.
safe.
I've absorbed a lot of arrows in my career, Terry. So I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Especially
nobody's
with me.
safe.
Poor guy. Jeff, Terry says he wants a dog to be paired with Cade Cunningham.
Yeah.
Of everyone in the draft who could be available at 5, who's that guy?
I think it's Jaden Ivey. Jaden Ivey or Ben Mathurin, 2 guys. When I think of dog, those are the 2 guys. If you have any questions about the motor of a player, I think you're looking at Keegan Murray and Shaedon Sharpe, even a guy that I like a lot. Ben Mathurin, one guy that I watch with him is every time you watch him, it's the motor. It's the never quit. And that's another thing you see with Jaden Ivey. So those are the 2 guys.
All right, you mentioned Shaedon. Here's a quote from a Eastern Conference GM.
Don't read it.
How the bleep can you be the 5th pick and not...
Bleep on the show.
He's the one that says dirty words. I don't.
Yes, you do.
When's the last time I cussed on the show?
Today. Yeah.
What'd I say?
Let me find it.
What'd I say?
Oh yeah, you said the P word.
Pussy?
Yeah.
Pussy is not cussing.
Well, apparently to radio it is.
He's
So
got a point. He's
apologize
got a
to the
point.
radio, please, right now. Give your apology.
Is it a dirty word? And the answer was yes. So there.
Hey, you better buy Sam
can
Flannel, by the
continue
way,
with your
7
vote.
lunches.
Go ahead, Terry.
All right, since Adam has already soiled everything, I'll just read it. How the fuck can you be the 5th pick and not play in a year and a half? That's what he's talking about, Shaedon Sharpe.
Well, it's called upside. It sounds like someone's butthurt. That's what it sounds like. And for that GM, I don't know why he'd be so frustrated for somebody to have the opportunity to go 5th overall, even though he didn't play in a year and a half. But it's not my concern. If that GM doesn't want to take him, then don't take him. But what I will say is...
that GM probably has the 12th or the 10th pick.
And wants him to come.
And hopes he slides.
That's a great point, Terry, and I agree with you. I just think if a guy is rated that high and he's going, it's like James Wiseman coming out, the Warriors, when they take him. I mean, you're taking a guy based on upside. So people feel like Shaedon Sharpe's upside is one of the highest in the draft. I would agree with them. But in terms of motor, and I get it, the uncertainty, he hasn't played, so a lot more question marks, Terry, but people feel like it'll pay off. What's up?
Does size matter?
It does. Absolutely.
No, size or length.
You got to take both into consideration. It's an equation.
I mean, Owen, I think is having length issues because if you look at his knees, they're scraped up pretty bad. Someone's been putting in work, so.
He's been living on his knees.
Look, it's okay. We got to go to break, but Jeff, before we go, could you tell everybody at home about our good friends and the work they're doing over at the Sports Marketing Agency?
Oh, yes. Well, the Sports Marketing Agency helps spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, This is the F Word, helps spread awareness of fentanyl and other addictions. Please go to thesportsma.com if you're struggling or know someone who is.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Hello? Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Hey, Scott from the Woodward Bet Show. Hey, Tigers cost us a little bit yesterday, but that's okay. We'll get back at some winners here in a second. But first, you guys got to get over to that app store and download oddstrader.com. It's got live scoring, play-by-play updates, and it's the best place to check all the odds at all the sports books right in the palm of your hand. So let's get back to that winner so we can make us some money. We're rolling with the up-down, win one, lose one theory in the NBA. We're all bouncing back with the Celtics here tonight, -3.5. Golden State, 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games on the road. Oddstrader.com, Woodward Bets. Check it out.
Get a shot up. This is for the win. All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
Well, it's Wednesday, and if you're looking for something fun to do, like we are with our team outing, you'll think about the Foaling Warehouse in Hamtramck. That is home of the original football bowling pin game called Foaling. They've got 2 ways to play, $12 open play, or you can reserve a private lane for just $120. Don't forget, of course, they have a $2 mystery beer machine, as well as multiple full bars. Check it out at thefoalingwarehouse.com.
All right, we're back here on the Morning Woodward Show. Terry, Michigan State is considering allowing drinking at games. Are we, 1, in favor of it, and 2, do we think it's a good idea?
I don't know why they don't have alcohol at college football games in the first place, because a lot of the fans are boosters and alumni, and I think Alan Haller, the AD at Michigan State, believes that if you have drinking in the stadium that you're going to eliminate binge drinking, because everybody feels, okay, I got to get my 8 beers before the game, and they're puking all over the place, and then you got to do the same thing after the game. So I am not a drink expert, but the conventional thinking appears to be, let's spread the drinking out over 8 hours rather than binge drinking.
Well, you know why that is, because college people aren't supposed to drink because most of them are under 21.
Yeah, but a lot of them are not. Then you know what? You don't serve them.
Well, that's what
but
they've
all
done.
of us over 21 who show up to the game, why should we be punished? And I can't have a beer during the damn game.
Because most college people have fake IDs.
Okay, fine.
So they're going to get it anyway.
They're drinking anyway.
No,
right.
I know.
And
I'm
whoever
just saying
says,
why
oh
they're
my
doing it.
God, that 18-year-old,
Yeah.
he or she is drinking.
People are drinking at 13.
The world is going to hell.
And
They
guess
don't
what?
even have MIPs anymore.
I'll bust on his ass. My son's not 21.
He drinks?
He gets drinks.
Yeah.
At bars all over East Lansing.
Yeah, that's a normal human. I am not a normal
Right.
human. Yeah.
And
Calling out your
I
son
saw
like
this
that?
fool-
Owen, how old are you?
I'm 20.
You're
He's
20.
lying right now. Why did it take you so long to think of your age?
Are you really 20?
Yeah, he doesn't know his age.
All right,
Yeah.
Owen.
Yeah.
I've done
On
that before.
average,
Yeah.
during a college game,
Yeah.
how many drinks do you have?
Well, I'm working the games, but I
Oh,
can say for
whoa.
a fact. I can say for a fact that there's definitely some underage drinking going on in the
Some?
student section.
Some?
It's
Bro.
a lot.
No way.
A lot.
A lot.
Some?
A lot.
Well, it'll stop. Maybe it'll stop people from like putting like little bottles of alcohol in their pants.
Again,
And
I
sneaking
think
it
the
into
only
the
one
games.
deterrent that I'd maybe understand is, we don't want drinking at the game because we don't want people fighting. Fine.
But there is already
But
drinking
there's
at
already
Michigan
drinking,
State games.
and there's always typically
If
fighting.
you have a suite, they have alcohol in them.
Well, technically, here's what they say: that suite is not in the football stadium.
Oh, that's BS.
That's how they got around that.
Major eye roll.
Yeah. Not in the football stadium. If you
I
have
don't
to
make
pay
the
to
rules
get
up,
in.
but they say those suites are not in the football stadium. They just
and
happen to
confirm
be there
or
so you
deny?
can see
Yeah.
the football game.
They were built there.
I mean, I can confirm that the big issue
can
this
confirm it. I
past
did
year
it
for
last
Michigan
year.
State was the snowball thing for the Penn State game because everyone was really drunk, to say the least, and everyone was throwing snowballs at the Penn State players, and that was a huge issue that they had to get security. And they started kicking everybody out that the second you threw a snowball, you
Then
were gone.
I think it's simple. You
Well, that
either
only
get
happened in
tagged at the
Europe.
gate with a wristband that'll allow you to buy alcohol, or if you don't, I mean, there has to be a way.
I can't speak for Michigan State because I know they don't have a problem keeping their fans at the games. But at Central, people only showed up for like a hot sec before they dipped out to go drinking again. So I think it would be another thing to keep people
From my
around.
experience as a young adult back in the day, which was not long ago, I drank more before I was 21 than after.
Same.
That's it. I mean, whatever. They're drinking. They're not killing people. If they throw snowballs at players, okay, that's probably not ideal.
Yeah,
You can
snowballs.
stop that.
I mean, you can kick people out for
But
that, though.
as
Like,
long
that's
as
not a big
they're
deal.
not coming to the games with weapons,
At least they're not
like,
throwing fireworks.
it's fine.
I also feel like it'll stop people from maybe drinking so much right before they go to the game because they can just get another drink at the game.
But beers are still $12,
also-
$13.
But also, like, how many people are going to leave the student section to go get a drink? Like, it's not that easy.
Oh, it's difficult as hell.
Yeah.
You won't get your spot back.
Exactly.
So that's a whole different problem. Yeah, I mean, there's the student section, and then there's everything else. I think they should allow drinking, unless you show me data that says if you put drinking in a game, the chances of somebody dying go up 450%. Owen?
Well, here's
do
the
you
other
have-
issue.
Are you doing like ID checks at the door then? What
You
if-
have to. I think you have to tag them. I think whoever has a wristband
What
is
if-
not allowed to drink or allowed to drink. One of the two.
What if you're caught with like a fake ID? What do you do then?
No, you get kicked out of the stadium.
Well,
We're
the
not
problem
arresting
is
you.
that's then a university issue.
Yeah.
I think you just kick them out of the stadium. That's all. You don't
Yeah,
arrest
police-
them. You don't
police
kill
your
them.
stadium.
You just say, all right, you got to leave the stadium.
Plus, the other thing, they always talk about drinking and driving. Students, for the most part, are walking.
Nobody
to games.
drives
Nobody
unless
drives.
you're an adult who's going to the game.
Most people don't even have cars up there.
So we got to go to break.
Do we?
We do. It's mailbag time. Get your questions in the
Heyo.
chat. Ask any uncomfortable
Yellow.
question for Fish or Maddie. Be my guest. Or myself and Terry. I don't mind. But just so you guys know, Maddie and Fish are officially dating. Today is their one-day anniversary.
Yes, it is.
So
All right.
we will move forward. Mailbag coming up. But before we go, I got to tell you about the best place to get your haircut, which is Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Their awesome stylists will take care of you like they take care of me. Walk in anytime, open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Again, no appointment necessary. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
He's going deep, right side. Oh, that is Edwards out there. He goes up in the air at the goal line.
Hey, it's Brandon Edwards here, wanting to welcome the sports marketing agency to Woodward Sports Network, to the family. Glad to have you guys. For the last decade, the sports marketing agency has literally leveraged athletes around issues such as mental health and substance abuse.
Glad that we can finally start trying to get the stigma off of mental health that's been there for all these years.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
OddsTrader. OddsTrader.com is the #1 site for all of your game day bets. They have the best price on every game. Sign-up offers from multiple sports books, and don't forget they have player statistics and key game stats as well. Don't forget, of course, to download the OddsTrader app from the App Store today for play-by-play updates, live scores, and bet tracking. OddsTrader.com. Go check it out.
All right, we'll start with Brandon Kinder's question. If we have a complete hot trash season and we have the #1 overall pick, yes, I know it's a stretch, but it's still a possibility.
Who is we?
The Lions. Which quarterback are you taking in the NFL
Gary,
draft
you know
if the
who
draft
we
was
is.
today? I am drafting Bryce Young.
As it stands now, I'll have to agree with you. But I still got my eye out on a veteran quarterback in the National Football League.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Your frightening stat that you brought up earlier.
It's the reality. This
only
is for both
one
of us.
guy makes it per
every
draft.
year. Yep. Terry and
Yes.
Adam, where do you rate Bob Uecker in announcing history?
Like middle of the pack. I mean, it was just more of a shtick. I wasn't a big fan of his, but I understand why people liked him.
Okay. Zachary Connolly says, for all the Woodward sports people, what does Jared Goff have to do to prove that he isn't a bridge quarterback and is the franchise quarterback? You ready for this? You ready? Nothing. He's not a franchise quarterback. You don't trade a franchise quarterback and 2 first-round picks for an actual franchise quarterback. It's not how this works. If he was a franchise quarterback, he would still be in Los Angeles. He's a nice quarterback. He's good to have. He's a good bridge quarterback. You can win games with him. He's no franchise quarterback. Neither is Dak Prescott. Neither is Ryan Tannehill. They're just nice quarterbacks, some better than others. Kirk Cousins. He can never be a franchise quarterback.
He can't be a franchise quarterback, but the Lions keep talking about they're going to do things to make this his best season ever. Even if they do that, I'm not interested in keeping him. But for argument's sake, let's say he passes for 5,500 yards, and the running game is still. I mean, he has to do the impossible for me to say, you know what, franchise quarterback, I'm keeping him, because I know he's going to hit rock bottom again.
100%. Adam and Terry, if you get the chance to trade everything for Aaron Rodgers, would you do it? No. If they told me 3 first-round picks, Jared Goff, and any young player that they wanted, I would say no. I'm not interested. I'm not interested. I don't know what I'm getting out of Aaron Rodgers outside of very good quarterback play, but the uncertainty is. He already came out and said that he's retiring as a Packer, so why the hell does it matter?
Yeah, and the other thing is, I'm not in favor of trading for or signing older players, because usually you have to overpay them, which you have to do with Aaron Rodgers, and you're paying him for what he did in Green Bay. He's 38 years old. Too old. Not interested.
I like this question. With the latest accusers coming out over Deshaun Watson, if you're the Browns, are you doing everything in your power to convince Baker that there's still a place for him? And a two-parter that I'm going to ask is, did the NFL and Cleveland really fuck this up?
I am not interested in Baker Mayfield. You've already screwed up, though. So you've got to... I mean, I think now you're kind of forced into kissing Baker Mayfield's ass.
You have to.
Say, yeah, you still our guy. I know we brought him in. But, you know, there's really nothing you can say to Baker Mayfield to make everything okay. He's pissed off, and he's going to stay pissed off even if he's the starting quarterback. So, have the Browns and the NFL screwed this up? Absolutely. And the Browns are one of those franchises, no matter what they do, they can't stay out of their way or get out of their way.
So there's 2 things I read about Deshaun Watson that really bother me. One, the latest accusers and the details that have come out on what happened. But worse than that is what his lawyer said. Has anyone paid attention? His lawyer said, quote, happy endings are not illegal. Okay, so one, you're basically admitting that the dude was fooling around with all these women, and that's what he was getting off on. Number two, how Cleveland knew this and still made that trade is beyond me. I don't know what the NFL is doing. If I'm the NFL, he's suspended for the entire year. I probably don't even want him back in the league. I don't care what it means for Cleveland. If they got screwed over, we can null the trade if possible. This is a complete disaster for everybody. Unless he is really innocent, which no one showed me evidence that he is. So I'm just going to keep waiting until it's done in court, because I'm not going to be one of those guys that jumps to conclusions. But if what is happening right now is legit, this guy should not be playing in the NFL. And again, in the NFL, when are you going to learn?
There were rumors that the NFL was going to suspend him for this year. Now, I haven't heard anything recently. They've made no signs of suspending him, but they, one of the reasons that other teams were backing off Deshaun Watson is, well, he's not going to play this year anyway. So we get to see if that they're actually going to, fulfill that, or if he's just going to go out and play for his $250 million or whatever it is.
Deshaun Watson watches too much porn. He probably watched those porn massage movies. I was like, man, I'm going to live that in my real life. Little did he know.
This is what a desperate franchise does.
Oh, like Cleveland?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A desperate franchise with no scruples.
If there wasn't legal surrounding, we'd all be praising the move, and that's a good move and an aggressive move. But, God, what a disaster. One, I love this. I love this comment. Kraft versus Watson, not the same thing. Yeah, I agree. One's an owner, the other's a player. And I want to know what the people in Houston knew. That's what I want to know. There's some shady stuff going on in Houston that no one's talking about. Whether it was the owner, the GM, somebody in the front office, somebody leaked it. Somebody got it out there when it was rumored that Deshaun Watson wanted out. And it's been hell since. What a disaster. What a disaster. Let's move on to the next question. Do you think a swear jar would work for the show? Absolutely not.
No, it wouldn't work.
Swear words come naturally.
Yeah.
They're not planned or scripted.
If you think it works, you're an idiot. Sorry,
We just
not
wake up
sorry.
angry. Sorry.
That's the key.
How much would you have to put in per swear?
Oh, God. Like,
get me to stop? Probably $20 a swear.
Oh, that's it?
$20 a swear.
Well, I swear a lot. So you're talking $500-$600 a week. That's a full-time salary.
More like $500-$600 a day.
Yeah.
Depending on the day.
Yeah.
Depending on the day.
Like today, there's probably 600
Yeah, like
a day.
today-
Per day, he'd probably be $150 a day.
Yeah, so that's a full-time job for somebody.
Are you going to put it to charity, though, or are you just going to...
I can
where's
be the
money?
charity.
No, we might use it to just hire somebody else. Replace you, Fish.
I've been waiting.
Or we'll use it
Still
to go to
waiting.
the Fulling Warehouse with the squad.
God. Well, all right, let's see.
But
what
then
other-
you create a huge problem, because then you'd be getting rid of Maddie's boyfriend, and then Maddie's going to be pissed off at everybody.
I don't know. Maddie's only been dating him for a day. I don't think it's that deep yet.
Oh,
Yeah, I
Fish,
don't
you
have
got to
any-
hang on
Fish,
into the
have you smashed
weekend.
yet or no?
You got to hang on. If you're tired of her already, don't.
Buddy.
Go to the weekend before you break up with her.
Have you scored yet or no?
I don't think so. That's what I know of.
No.
I think you would know.
That's why I'm saying hang on to the weekend so you get some of that sweet loving, and then boom.
Fish, you want advice from me?
No.
Would you like some advice from me?
You're going to give it to me anyway.
All right, good.
I already know what you're going to
I
say
would like
anyway.
for you to give him some advice.
My advice to you.
I know what you're going to say.
Hit it and quit it.
There we go. I figured it was something like that.
Sorry.
That's so mean.
Anyways, that's it for today's morning
I'm not
show.
taking any of your advice. Hope you know that.
I know, buddy. You
Okay.
never do.
Yeah.
Have a
Well, I
great
take
rest
some
of
of
your
it.
Wednesday, everybody.
Hey,
Yes?
hang on to the weekend.
Hey, look,
I'll
there's
try.
a priest right when we need him.
I'll try.
There's
It's
a
not a
priest. Y'all,
priest.
y'all can get
Yes,
married.
it is.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah,
We know what they say about
just
priests.
walk by.
You need Jesus.
Yeah, okay. Have a great rest of the day, everybody.
Adam Shook.
Tune in to Big D Energy at 11
I
o'clock.
hope he's getting his hair
Hope you
cut.
all have a great rest of your
Jeff
day.
Biafredi. Jeff is
Everybody
good.
pray
coffee.
for Fish to score, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.
I score goals. That's what I
Gang,
score.
gang.